Hi, I'm Dr. Samir, and this is the X-ray we have of a 37-year-old man who presented to me with knee pain following a road traffic accident about 18 days back. So I'll just give you a brief history about him. What you here see is an X-ray of him. After the injury, he did not seek any immediate medical attention. He assumed that it was just a pain, and he continued working. He's a bouncer in a club, so he has to stand for 8 to 10 hours. The pain persisted, especially during activity, and it did not settle with time. So, first, what you do is you examine him clinically for the symptoms. So, the primary complaint was pain around the lateral aspect of the knee. There was no history of, a cross instability, but the pain was clearly activity related. The more he stood up, the more pain he perceived. So then I went to the clinical examination. So what you look in a clinical examination of such patient is uh, the key finding here was the localized tenderness specifically over the lateral aspect of the knee joint at the level of the head of the fibula, which comes around like 2 to 3 fingers below the joint line on the lateral side. That localization immediately raises suspicion of a bony injury rather than a simple soft tissue strain. So, why an X-ray was obtained? That is the next thing that should come to your mind. So, based on the history and the clinical findings, a knee X-ray is needed since the pain increases even after 18 days on standing or on activity. So this is the AP view of the knee joint, where what we first look for is where is the tenderness. Since the tenderness was just below the knee joint on the lateral aspect, fibula lies laterally. This here, what you see is the fracture. This here is the fracture. I can also use contrast to see it. Yeah, this will show you a better picture. So here, if you can see, there is a little break of the cortex. So patient has a tenderness here. But again, as you know, you shouldn't be just looking for where the pain is. Since you have an X-ray, you can look at the entire knee. So whenever you look at an AP view of the knee, first you look for the cortex. So there is no cortical break of the femur, no cortical break of the tibia. There is some cortical break over the fibula. So femur is good, medial condyle is good, lateral condyle is good, patella looks okay. The proximal aspect of tibia is fine. The medial tibial plateau, lateral tibial plateau is fine. The eminences are good. So the only thing here that we can see is the proximal fibula head fracture. In another view of this is a lateral view. Lateral view does not show much to us because the fibula usually gets obliterated behind the tibia. For the femur, the smaller one is the medial. The smaller one is the lateral condyle, whereas the larger one is the medial condyle of the femur. This is the patella, and here is the tibia with the eminences. The plateau is good. It is almost like 3 degree of slope. And this is the fibula. You cannot appreciate the fracture fibula even if you invert the image, but that is fine. So coming to the diagnosis, this is the proximal fibula head fracture. Why the diagnosis is important? Because fibular head fractures are not important because the fibula bears weight. There is no weight coming to the fibula, but because of the structures related to this region. See, here we have a fracture. It is not a weight bearing area as such, but the structures uh, surrounding it are the lateral complex of the knee, lateral ligament complex of the knee, which lies here, and as well as the peroneal nerve, which comes from here and goes from here. The delayed presentation explains why the fracture margins do not appear acute. They look a little healed. At this stage, the injury is no longer fresh, but it still requires proper assessment. So coming to the treatment part, so this here the fracture of the proximal fibula is undisplaced. It looks a little near complete fracture. So most of these fractures can be managed non-operatively. Management decision depends mostly on symptoms, stability, and associated injuries rather than the displacement alone. Uh, Next, I want to tell you is what the X-ray cannot tell us, which is non-negotiable. This X-ray does not talk to us about any ligament injury. Here you would have ligaments, but these are not visible on an X-ray. It does not evaluate the peroneal nerve function. Even if it goes from here, it does not evaluate the function. So the clinical examination remains essential here. So now that we have come to the diagnosis, this X-ray demonstrates a displaced proximal fibula head fracture presenting late, like after 2 weeks almost. The image here explains the source of pain, but clinical assessment completes the diagnosis. That's how this case would be approached in the practice. Mostly, this can be managed conservatively unless there is some peroneal nerve compression or there is a soft tissue or a ligament injury which needs MRI. If you have any question related to this case, you can definitely ask me in the comments. This is Dr. Sameer Shelavle. I am an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist. See you with the next case.